Hello, this is Miss Val from the Expanded Learning Program here at Vina and Tehama County. And I have those students that, they're typical boys. It's a typical boy thing. And I love them dearly. But when they come downstairs, they sign in and then they just, can't sit still. They're like, okay, we're ready to go outside for our recreation, our physical activity. Let's go. Everyone sign in. So they're climbing across tables, under tables. I was more doing classroom management and having to get after these students. And it's just like, this is a negative thing. They don't need this. They don't need this at all. What can I do? With a teaching degree, I started thinking about what does a regular teacher do in the morning when she's doing attendance or he's doing attendance and getting those lunch counts and all that. Morning work, bell work. What can I do here in this Expanded Learning Program that I can get these students to sit down, be quiet somewhat, while I make sure everyone's here and everyone is accounted for during the after-school program. So, with that ado, I started to do morning work. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, looks like it's backwards. All right. It actually is. Imagine having an unusual pet. What animal would it be? How would you care for it? That is our journal prompt for tomorrow. And if you notice, even though the film makes it look a little different because I'm doing a selfie on my camera and it won't let me switch around filming, and I don't have an editing program on it, I let my students write this. This is not my handwriting. My handwriting is usually this fancy stuff. A little rather, you can see I even let students do that too. I let certain students at the end of the day, after 5:30, when we're done with their enrichments club, there's nothing else to do, I actually have them do tasks. They do the meal whiteboard for the school lunch, regular day school lunch. They put down what's on the menu, what date it is, and right now we're getting close to the end of the year. They're putting down how many days we have left. Then I have other students do this, and as you can see, I had two young ladies do this, and they also drew animals that went with this. I like this one. I don't know what it is, and she's like, I don't know what to call it. Meerkat or something? She doesn't know. So that's what I have found. It makes it easier during those sign-in processes, is give them something to do. It gives you enough time to go through your books, make sure A, they signed in correctly on the right day. I have had that problem. And that you can read it. I have some kids that go, they're going to be doctors. I know they are, because I'm like, who is this? And they're like, that's my writing. No, it's not. Right? So I can read it. I'm blind. Hint, glasses. And they'll write better. They always come back and erase it. After 2 or 3 times of doing that, it's great. So my next clip I will be posting is also of our splash binder, showing you kind of where I get my journal prompts from, though I do go on the internet to Pinterest. Yes, I love Pinterest, and find good ideas there, but I'm trying to stick with what my program would like the kids to write in their journal. So again, they come downstairs, they sign in, and they come and they get their journals. As you can see, it's kind of messy. We're towards the end of the year. Their pencils, and then they come and they sit down and read the board. And I also call them together when I have most, at least half the class at the tables, and I read it out to them. And then they have to kind of show it to me. They have to have the date, they have to have the question written down, and they have to have 1 to 2 sentences depending on the prompt. Sometimes it's just listing, sometimes it's actually a drawing, which I love. That's kind of why I like what the program gives me, is they have that option. And it makes it fun. And they know what to do. I actually had a couple of guests down here came down at chaotic time. It's noisy. Some of them came back from a field trip, so they were very like, yeah. And they came in, dropped their stuff off, signed in, got their journals, got their pencils, sat down. And they were like, wow, they know what they're supposed to do. Yes, they know what they're supposed to do. So it makes it easy for you as a after-school program person in the classroom to go through those books. You know, for me, I'm a one-person site. I'm the site facilitator as well as the person in the classroom. So I need to know where those students are. If they're not here, where are they? So I have to make those phone calls to the office because I can't leave the classroom and find out, okay, did so-and-so get picked up between the time I check the books and check the absentee list? You know, where are they? So most of the time, I'm a very small school. Total max for this school is about 70 kids. So, and I got most of them here. So I know everybody, and everybody's related to everybody. So it just takes a few minutes finding out or sending a student with a partner up to the office, and they'll come back with a new list that happened within 10 minutes of who's been picked up and signed up from regular day school. So anyway, with that ado, I hope you all have a good afternoon, and hopefully this helps other after-school programs and expanded learning programs with this idea of signing in the classroom for even your frontline staff who are not like a one person, who can have them do something while they go through the book. Even if it's just one book with 20 kids, it helps. It really helps having them do some activity. And then after we're done doing the activity, they're done with their journals. They put their journals up. They sit down at another table that tells me they're ready, and then I have them line up. We go outside and we do our activities. PE activities is what we do. We play Dragon Tales. We play. Tomorrow's gonna be Still the Bacon. We tried to play dodgeball today, but the wind took the balls out in the field, so we basically ended up chasing dodgeballs, which are the soft-skinned balls that we can only use for dodgeball. So anyway, have a good day. I hope this helps, and take care, everyone.